Reaction Bros. I'm
Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the death battle of Venom versus Crona, Marvel versus Soul Eater. So, this is a comic book versus anime, first off. Secondly, this is like the second symbiote versus anime character fight.
What was the last?
It was Carnage versus the chick from Elfen.
because Venom we haven't seen in a long time in death battle.
Yeah, it's
been a very long. I think 3 years.
I remember. I think it was like Venom versus Bane.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
I think it was Venom versus Bane.
Yeah, that was.
So
it's been a while.
Okay, we already know everything we need to know about Venom. I'm assuming this is the Eddie Brock Venom.
I'm assuming that's what they're gonna go.
It's either the Eddie Brock one or the Flash Thompson good guy variation.
It depends on which one they go with.
But anyways, this is of course the iconic anti-hero / nemesis to Spider-Man, who of course after a freak accident with a weird space symbiote, Eddie Brock becomes Venom. This weird, creepy, eerie, psychotic-esque version.
Yeah.
Of Venom.
Only one that I don't know of, because I know everything there is about freaking Venom is just Crona.
Okay, so I know what Soul Eater, the show Soul Eater, is about. I got about 10 to 15 episodes in and I stopped. Not because the show was bad. I thought it was interesting, but I just stopped. It's basically a world of Reapers, but the unique Reapers, you know.
Yeah, I know
Grim
Reapers. I know.
But the unique twist to it is their weapon they use to reap souls is alive. So they have a human form and a weapon form to them.
Interesting.
So that's what this world's about. Crona, I don't entirely know. I know I've seen the character before, but it was just when they were introducing them. I have nothing else know about them other than that. They were introduced by the time I stopped watching. So
alright, so let's just dive into this, get more information about it. We don't have a decision for me personally yet of who would win, because I want to know more information about Crona. So let's start this let's get this going for Venom versus Crona, Marvel versus Soul Eater death battle. So here we go.
remember when they were doing beer?
Yeah, just showing off my 5G phone.
It's always nice to have a best friend attached to your hip, like me and my shotgun leg.
But these two take their friends even further than that.
Yep.
Venom, the lethal symbiote and Spider-Man's best frenemy.
And Crona, the deadly demon sword from Soul Eater.
He swings an iron boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. At the beginning of time, in the faraway reaches of space, the Clintar rose from a living darkness. One of these amorphous symbiotes was Venom.
Who was a freaking loser? Hey, don't look at me, all the goop aliens were saying it. So they kicked the poor slime ball straight off the planet.
In its exile, the symbiote underwent a number of misadventures which firmly shaped its personality. It bonded to a heroic Kree soldier rescuing refugees, a violent monster who committed genocide, and apparently Deadpool.
Yeah.
Damn, no wonder Venom's so messed up in the head.
Eventually, the symbiote was discovered by Peter Parker, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
It gave him a
Head, shoulder,
black
and
suit and awesome new powers. But after finding out it was a confused, raging psychopathic alien, Pete decided to exercise it with the power of Christian rock.
A wise decision, although ill-timed,
yeah,
as this event would cause
vibration,
the symbiote to
sound
finally
vibration.
meet its greatest partner, Edward Brock.
Eddie was a journalist with the unluckiest backstory ever. While trying to uncover the identity of a serial killer, he blamed the wrong guy. The same day he published his article, Spidey caught the real killer, who lived right next door to the dude Eddie.
They kind of continue that in this third film.
Eddie was fired from his job, divorced by his wife, and disowned by his father,
who already blamed Eddie for his wife dying in childbirth.
On top of all of that, Eddie learned he developed adrenal cancer, with only a few months left to live.
Man, and I thought 2020 was rough. I almost don't blame him for becoming a supervillain.
With all hope lost, he begged God to take it all away, and got an answer. The symbiote.
Just like Captain Planet, with their powers combined, these two losers became a super You're a loser.
A
Super loser.
Horrifying monster with all of Spider-Man's powers and then some.
Their mutual hatred of Spider-Man caused the symbiote to bond to Eddie like no host ever before. They were perfect, a terror in the night, an unstoppable demon. They were Venom.
It even cured Eddie's cancer.
Sort of, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Apart from Spider-Man's webbing and web-crawling powers, Venom can use shape-shifting to mold his body into cool doodads. Swords, shields, tendrils, worm monster things,
Yep.
even wings. Yeah, imagine
Ugh.
seeing this guy fly.
That's
outside your
fucking
window.
creepy and badass at the same time.
Well, good luck sleeping ever again.
Camouflage his entire body, heal severe wounds like impalement and
Yeah.
lost limbs, see all around him at once, and psychically project emotions onto others.
Normally, this just makes people feel sorry for themselves, like Wiz on Tinder. But one time he convinced a bunch of other symbiotes that life was meaningless and they killed themselves. Shit, that's dark.
If
Wow.
desperate, the symbiote can even invade the bodies of others and make them burst from inside out.
Ah.
Awesome. But if he doesn't want to pop them like a fun balloon, he can just take over their body like a creepy puppet master.
While attached to a victim, Venom can control them by fusing the symbiote to their nervous system, specifically the brainstem and frontal lobes. Fighting off this mind control is extremely difficult unless you have powers that can directly counter it, such as another symbiote.
Oh god! Aliens, tentacles, and mind control? Are we sure this episode is rated E for everyone, or do we need to start blurring stuff?
Don't worry, aside
That
from being
part
a
of the movie was
murder,
kinda creepy.
Venom's stories are completely wholesome.
Right.
Venom proved a dangerous thorn in Spider-Man's side and frequently ruined his life. Even taking a page out of my favorite book, The Most Dangerous Game, and hunting him on a private island.
Yeah, he was the coolest rival ever, but over the years, things kinda calmed down a bit. They even teamed up every so often.
See, even with so much anger, Eddie had a legitimate desire to protect others. As a teenager stealing his dad's car, he accidentally ran over and killed a child.
What?
Despite his desire to confess, his father forced him to plead innocent and rigged the jury. The guilt has weighed him down ever since. So while Venom does have a hunger for human brains, he'd rather eat the face off a criminal than an innocent person.
Venom's
See, so that part where he eats their head off kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Kind of.
strong enough to toss a tank.
Just the term he says, the turn in the wind doesn't make
To
sense.
take down Spidey 2099, who once caught Mjolnir while it was moving 2,000 times the speed of sound.
Although Venom does not possess the spider sense that allows Parker to react in microseconds, he can still keep up with all the usual Spidey gallery. Plus, while symbiotes have a severe weakness to high-pitched sound and heat, he's developed resistances to them.
Like when he
Okay.
took this giant explosion, or when he survived a sonic scream from some mutant gremlins that shattered all glass within 10 miles.
While he may be tougher to take down than most other symbiotes, Venom never fully overcame his weaknesses. However, his symbiotic genes provide far more help than harm. This includes traits and memories from other hosts, like Scorpion and Flash Thompson.
Wait. Bullets are a genetic trait? How do I pass that down?
Yeah.
Venom would certainly
That was
need a
with Flash
lot of
Thompson.
firepower to survive an encounter with the symbiote god.
Yeah, that's where he was an Agent Venom.
At first, the Clintar symbiotes were seen as a peaceful people. But turns out they were actually living weapons forged by the primordial deity Null in an attempt to conquer the universe.
And I bet next
Wow,
time Marvel
that's really
decides
not
they're
very
magic maple syrup people from Asgardian Isla. But okay, cosmic sludge made by alien
Okay.
Satan. Let's go with that.
Alien Satan.
Also, some traits aren't permanent that he gets from other
Yes.
legacy the Clintar were intended for. They've even gained the respect of the Avengers and eventually considered Spider-Man a friend. Sort of. It's complicated.
Eddie really is the best pal Venom could have found. And let's be real, he just looks freaking badass.
See us everywhere, even in your nightmares.
Okay. Another one we don't entirely know
In
about.
ancient times, a demonic being known as the Kishin ravaged humanity, nearly
Yeah.
driving all mankind into the depths of madness. This monster could only be defeated and sealed away by the god of death.
So, why is the literal god of death so goofy looking? You ever seen Death Note? And even Thanos' girlfriend is scarier than this clown.
If you are unfamiliar with the world of Soul Eater, prepare yourself. It's different.
Well, not one
Yeah.
return of the apocalypse, Death and his oven mitts founded a school, Death Academy.
Here, warriors called Meisters would train to fight evil using the power of their souls.
They even got neat demon weapons that doubled as people. Together, they learned courage, chivalry, unbreakable friendship, You know, all that.
I told you, I don't know everything.
Crona Morgan was not one of these students.
Dude.
Buckle up! It's all Gloomsville from here. Deal with it.
I don't think I know how to deal with this situation.
Throughout their childhood, Crona was abused by their mother, Medusa, a witch obsessed with the legendary Kishi.
You can see where this is going. Anime Uma Thurman was such a fangirl she figured, hey, why don't I make my own Kishin? So she used her child as a guinea pig in a bunch of crazy experiments.
Damn.
That kind of sounds like something you do, Wiz.
Don't be silly, I only use actual guinea pigs. Part of Medusa's great experiment included bonding Crona to a weapon, much like the Meisters of Death Academy. However, joining with Ragnarok was a bit more literal.
Ragnarok used to be your run-of-the-mill transforming weapon person until Medusa melted him alive in black blood.
Black blood being another experiment of hers. Crona's own blood is, in fact, this same black blood, which they can remotely control. It can be used to heal wounds and even harden as a sort of internal armor.
Cooking rags and
Wow,
black blood
whoa.
turned him into a brand new weapon that was literally poured into Crona's bloodstream.
From that point on, Crona and Ragnarok were two halves of the same person. The meek and tortured child firmly attached to their loud and brazen weapon.
And Raggy has that black blood control too. They can yank poor Crona around like a puppet. They can use black blood to create wings, thorny vines, all kinds of weapons, and big-ass needles. I hate needles. What's up with that mouth when he transforms into a sword? That thing's messed up.
Like the Meisters, Crona can wield their own soul in combat, amplified by Ragnarok as a technique called screen resonance. Think of it like hooking an electric guitar up to an amp, though more akin to a screeching banshee on LSD.
I didn't know you played.
I don't. It's
Oh,
incredibly
boy,
powerful,
see where this
causing
can go.
internal damage to foes and making Ragnarok vibrate to increase his cutting power. Hey, are you okay?
What?
What?
At their time, Crona set out on a quest to become a Kishi, which required quite a lot of homicide.
Yeah, Ragnarok can absorb the souls of dead people, and supposedly enough souls will turn Crona into the Kishin. So they went around slaughtering hundreds of people.
Despite their name, Death Academy wasn't exactly a fan, particularly their star student, Maka Albert.
Don't worry, she and Crona ended up becoming good friends. Until they weren't. Sort of. It's complicated.
As a pawn in Medusa's mission, Crona gained several levels of new potential. Notably, after gaining or absorbing the powers of the monstrous Black Clown, the demon tool Brood, and even Ashura, the original Kishi.
All of which increased Crona's abilities, especially the black blood. Now Crona could turn their entire body into goop, and the slightest touch could inflict madness. That's madness with a capital M, by the way.
This madness is a corruptive effect that causes targeted variants of delusion or obsession, often spread as a wavelength. The wavelength of Crona's mad blood specifically causes violent psychosis.
Crona may be a pawn, but they're a badass. They can cut through a whole ghost ship, cover the moon with sound waves, open the moon's mouth? What the hell is wrong with that moon?
Crona and Ragnarok have held their own against multiple Death Academy students, including Maka, Death the Kid, and Black Star.
Sometimes all at once.
Kid once flew from Nevada to Egypt in less than a minute, and Black Star is even faster. He's dodged lasers and been tracked moving over 20 kilometers in 6 microseconds while approaching Baba Yaga Castle.
And Crona's been able to make enough mad blood to crush a whole goddamn Ukrainian city.
While this city isn't named, we can use a similar metropolitan area in Ukraine, Kiev, for instance. With this in mind, Crona must have created over 9 trillion tons of black blood,
Shit.
enough to fill over 6 billion Olympic swimming pools.
But Crona's a big leap from invincible. They've had their shit kicked in plenty of times,
Damn.
and their hardened black blood can only block so much.
Even then, Medusa's plan ultimately succeeded. After years of scheming, Crona absorbed the power of Ashura and became a Kishi.
Well, more like Kishin absorbed Crona, but close enough.
But with the power of friendship, Crona ironically wound up defeating the Kishin once and for all. Despite their life being nothing but destruction, Crona was the one who ultimately saved the world.
With an added side effect of a new madness wavelength that made everyone obsessed with boobs. Truly a positive effect on people everywhere.
Just give up. I'm tired of trying to figure out how to deal with you.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know.
We've run the data through
I'm gonna
all
go
possible
Crona.
I'm saying I'm going
Instead of
Crona
chewing on
too.
brains and souls, how about chewing on blue?
This episode is
Yeah, I got that
sponsored
Reaper
by
thing
Blue
wrong. I apologize
If you
about
want to
that, but
increase your
like,
performance
Probably got
confidence
confused with
in bed,
something.
I got confused with Bleach. It's
Blue Chew brings you the
been like I said, it's been a while since I've seen the show, so yeah. By the time I stopped, like I said, by the time I stopped watching, it was like they were just introduced that character, and then that was it. I stopped. Yeah, like I believe like her weapon is voiced by the same guy who does Krillin voice for the English dub of Dragon Ball Z.
Cool.
They're
Yeah.
cheaper and more convenient than a pharmacy.
Yeah, but like Venom, surprised like his origin, the symbiote's original origin story, which is weird.
Yeah.
Used to help
special promo code
and
battle. Just pay
I
$5
just
shipping.
confusing.
Again, that's
And her fucking they
.com.
they,
Promo code battle. Try
Crona's
it
ability is
for
just
free.
ridiculous.
Thanks again
Yeah.
to Blue Chew for sponsoring
Like
this
how
episode.
But right now,
massive
it's
their
time
abilities
for a
are.
death battle.
Here we go.
Hello? I want to be alone.
Hey, pay attention, you turd.
Lucky day! 2 brains for the price of 1!
Fight!
This one is bad.
I don't think I can handle this right now.
Such a weird fight.
I know, right?
Such a weird.
It's ours! Dinner time!
Yeah, the sound vibrations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh damn.
He's gone? What is he?
We are the ones hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp, and eyes glowing red.
Whoa! He didn't hear that. Oh shit.
Damn. That tongue.
Oh, the blood.
Yeah.
Your blood.
I know. It's black.
That is weird.
It's funky. It is where it gets weird.
Wake up, stupid!
I like that. Wake up, stupid.
I didn't even know Venom had the ability to fly. That caught me completely off guard. I wonder what the whoever wins. I wonder what the one factor was. Is there remember every death battle is like that
Yeah, I
one
noticed that one little.
deciding factor.
Shit.
We are the darkness. We are your nightmare. We are Venom.
I hate you.
I hate me too. Yeah, we called it.
Yeah.
Consider what that chick can do. Oh, that's what their souls look like, and the weapons feed on them. I know that much.
Man, these symbiotes
Yeah,
are
consider what she did to a whole city. That they did to a whole city.
Venom was certainly a tricky opponent. His shape-shifting camouflage and multitude of weapons kept Crona on guard. Unfortunately, Venom lacked the power needed to keep up a prolonged fight.
Yeah, the power. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Speed makes for a pretty clear difference. Crona could reach Mach 9,000, while Venom only topped out around Mach 2,000.
And while Venom has shown incredible physical strength that puts Spider-Man to shame, he could never compete with 9 trillion tons.
That's where the factor came in for me choosing Crona.
Control of the black blood totally meant Crona could push out any of Venom's attempt at being a puppeteer.
And Crona's shown even greater feats of strength as well. Assuming all of the Moon's teeth are similar in size and stone, opening this jaw is equivalent to lifting over 10,000 tons.
Of course, the final nail in Eddie's coffin was the fact that half of Crona's arsenal was sound-based.
Yeah.
Likely Venom's kryptonite.
That was another reason why I kind of figured, okay, it's going to be sound-based.
Resistance to sound attacks. So we needed to determine if Crona's sonic waves were great enough to effectively harm him.
You know those gremlins who shattered every window in 10 miles with a screech attack? The symbiote barely survived it, so that's a good high end to look at.
It takes at least 100 decibels to shatter glass normally. To cover that much distance, the combined sonic blast must have equaled about 244 decibels. In contrast, in order to engulf the Moon, Crona's sonic waves must have reached over 275 decibels.
Yeah.
And yes, that's considering the weird size and shape of the Moon. Ugh, just look at that freaky thing.
Sure, 275 doesn't seem that much more than 244, but decibels increase on a logarithmic rate. This means Crona's sound attack was actually over 1,000 times stronger.
Yeah.
Eddie for sure
That's what it
wasn't
was.
surviving that.
Eddie and the symbiote held their own with versatility, but Crona and Ragnarok had them beat in destructive power, blistering speed, and an arsenal that could take advantage of Venom's key weakness.
Looks like Venom just got Ragnaroked.
The winner
That one was
is...
good.
Yeah. So the next one is...
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some TV merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
Next
Attention, blue team!
Oh god.
Oh god.
Is this just red versus blue?
People with tanks are never outnumbered.
Ah! Red versus
God,
blue.
they're literally just doing a red versus blue.
Because of course, like they have their show around on Rooster Teeth. I believe the show's on like its 18th season.
Yes.
Yeah, like I haven't watched Red versus Blue in like a few years. I tried catching up once and I just stopped and never got back to it. Kind of like Soul Eater. So that's a nice transition.
That's a good transition.
So yeah, apologies if I confused Soul Eater with Bleach. It's like I said, it's been a while since I've seen Soul Eater. But yeah, that's pretty much what happens. They get powerful by eating the souls of the weapons, eating the souls of the damned, and like.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very, very.
Yeah, Crona. They're just ridiculously powerful. Like I didn't realize you can. I thought that was just a comical move. I know I legit think, hey, that's the actual moon of this universe. I feel I'm forgetting what animes are capable of.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah, so yeah, I was surprised. I didn't know Venom can grow wings. I didn't know like his backstory involved like being part of primordial ooze of the universe.
Yeah.
Like
I knew that about Venom because I've been a long time ago. I read but pretty much I was on it was a YouTube site pretty much and watching them go over like anything and everything of Venom, especially when they went over like more of like his planet and where he comes from, things like that.
Yeah, but yeah, it was an interesting fight for the most part. Definitely found out so much about Crona that neither of us knew at all, like how powerful that dude's capable of.
Yeah, but she kicked his ass, and I kind of figured it was gonna come down to the whole, the scream with the high pitch volume and things like that. I kind of figured it was gonna happen like that, so it was a good fight though.
It was a fine fight overall, yeah. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button if you want to talk to us more about stuff like this. Comment down below if you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about death battles, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this death battle. Did you kind of predict that she was going to win automatically, or were you kind of stumped because you went with Venom? I mean, what were your guys' predictions coming into this, and did you win? Did you lose? What was it? Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction as well, but most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very symbiotic-filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
Or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter
and Stardust.
at Super React Bros.